Hello everyone, welcome to the second annual Easter special of Time in the Shade and Shady Oak Ministries. And now, let's get to the fake news. The resurrection of Jesus of Nazareth has divided scholars into two camps. Those who admit to the 500 primary sources who all pass the standards of historical criticism with flying colors, and those who are really stupid.
I cannot emphasize enough how little I was thinking.
Hedonist activists have mixed perspectives regarding the resurrection of Jesus. Some view it as inconsequential to their lives. Others find it offensive, since it demands them to come to an objective conclusion about their being a God and his expectations of how they live their lives. Fortunately, most don't bother thinking about it, since that's their college professor's job.
I have fallen, and I choose not to get up.
As the holiest months of the largest religions on the planet are being celebrated simultaneously this year, we see public demonstrations of both at their finest. Christians use Easter to remember the moment in history where over 500 documented eyewitnesses saw Jesus alive after his death, fulfilling ancient prophecies as well as his own by gathering and singing about its significance for them eternally. In their words, worship. Muslims use Ramadan as an opportunity to commit more terrorist acts any other time of the year, in between sessions of involuntarily starving themselves and gorging on piles of food throughout the night. In their words, fasting.
Why would you do this? What is the reason? This is bad for you.
The Watchtower Bible and Tract Society has dismissed a literal resurrection of Jesus, despite calling themselves Christians. In response, every Orthodox Christian on the planet has dismissed a literal respect for their cult.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready?
Joseph Smith has given new significance to the holiday celebrating the resurrection, where Christians conclude that because Jesus rose from the dead, we have reason to trust his claims about God and the afterlife. Faithful Mormons observe their prophet being shot to death in prison for destroying evidence of him being a false prophet and pretend that isn't a red flag.
I see nothing.
In the yearly celebration of the resurrection by Christians in Israel this Easter, the local Jewish synagogues have also taken it on themselves to celebrate their festival of Passover. American college students have called it an example of cultural appropriation and told the Hebrews to stop copying our holidays.
We do not fully understand what causes Alzheimer's disease.
Speaking of Ramadan, Representatives Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar have both requested time off for their month of fasting. Their goals are to learn more about the life of the greatest man in history, focus on praying their daily curses against Jews, and being skinnier than they'll be tomorrow.
And we're proud of that.
Critics of Christianity have pointed out that the long ending of Mark not being present in the earliest manuscripts of the New Testament casts doubt on whether Jesus rose from the dead in the first place. And after all, if all we have to work with is the first 8 verses of Mark 16, we only know that Jesus was crucified, eyewitnesses found his tomb empty on the 3rd day, an angel informed the women he had risen from the dead, that he instructs the women to tell the men who all later preached that same message, and that creeds predating Mark record Jesus appearing to over 500 people at one time, including those that the angel mentioned. Oh, and the Gospel of Matthew.
Words.
And that will be all. Thank you all for joining us. Good night and God bless.